To the new market weather bulletin. Today, the 17th of July, so the market is super interesting. So I'll try to make a bit of different weather bulletin, and we will check better the Ethereum chart. So we will look quickly at the Bitcoin chart, and then we will move to Ethereum. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment and a like if you enjoy this content, and a big shout out to ZoomX for sponsoring this YouTube video. Make sure to trade with me on ZoomX. You will find the referral link on the description below, and you will enjoy a 20% discount on trading fees and many campaigns that we run with the ZoomX team, like giveaways and trading bonus. So make sure to immediately join ZoomX using the referral link in the description below. But without further ado, let's check some charts and potentially try to make some plans. So first of all, BTC is looking super juicy. We broke all-time high few days ago, and since then we move pretty strongly. A few consideration looking at past price action. If you see, these are the level when we broke more or less all-time high level, and you can see that the following price action is usually very strong, very impulsive. So you can see here back in 2020 when we broke, we had this kind of up only price action. Similarly, not at the first attempt, but at the second attempt here, we had a few days. Of price going up only with small consolidation, and this is something that you would like to see here now. If the price is, if the, let's say, the breakout is legit, and if really we have started to uptrend. So as a strategy here, I'll use Bitcoin, but we can use also for any other coin. You don't want to see strong pullbacks, so you don't want to see the textbook, for example, breakout and retest in the case of Bitcoin of the 108, 110K level, because if we start to have this strong pullback, let's say bulls would have lost stamina, and yes, this could be interesting, but would be a bit weird. So you would like really to see on the first day, first weeks, strong impulse moving up. So how to trade this sort of explosive price action is mandatory to go a bit in lower time frame and to try to play this sort of consolidation we are having, like for example here in Bitcoin since a week now. So where the price start to go sideways, like we did here over the past week, and try to long as close as possible to support. So this level here, you see there was like a range forming. This support started to hold, and then the price started to move higher. So now you want to see a further continuation. So this kind of sweep of this range low or this consolidation are usually a good entry. You can combine this with low time frame moving average, try to find what is the best one, the most respected, probably in Bitcoin is the 30-minute or the 1 hour. And if this range low, like the one we had here, are more or less close to low time frame trends, these are the place where you want to beat. In case this trend and this consolidation start to break down, don't rush to buy dips, because in that case, the strength that we mentioned before, this strong move that should move up and up, so you want to see stuff moving like this. But if this little consolidation here started to break down, then we can expect a much deeper pullback. So as long as this low time frame holds, and as long as this sideways consolidation price action hold, you can bet aggressively and continue to hope or trade a strong uptrend. But the moment we start to break down from this level, don't rush to buy the first dip, because in that case we are probably ready for a much deeper correction. So if you want again to use a moving average, probably down to the 4-hour moving average, or in the case of Bitcoin, I think the 6-hour was pretty reliable too. If you see here, acted as resistance. Now it's flip and is acting as support. So just keep in mind that this moving average will help you to understand if you are uptrending on low time frame or if you are uptrending on high time frame. When the low time frame moving average start to be lost, do not rush immediately to buy stuff around this level, but wait for a deeper pullback. So again, not a prediction, but just to use a style, a strategy that can help you to navigate this market. So from my point of view, any sideways consolidation is a buy as long as the low time frame moving average are holding. Just be a little bit careful to choose the right moving average according to each coin. They all move in different trend. So try to pick a moving average, like for example in Bitcoin, that is most respected for that specific coin. Um, I think for Bitcoin, that's it. I mean, we are aiming to the top right corner. If you have a want to have a very simple strategy to select target, is the Fibonacci extension. And on high time frame, the most logical Fibonacci extension I can find is the one of the last, let's say, bear market. Um, so we take the last bull market high and the last bear market low. We do the Fibonacci extension. You can see that the 160, the 1.618 level was the one that created the resistance here. Now, as long as we uptrend, we look for the next 2.618 Fibonacci extension. Why? Mainly because we are in price discovery, so we do not have historical resistance to base our next potential target, and because everybody is using this Fibonacci, so as you can see, when we reach them, they usually mark a potential local top or a potential resistance. If you check the past cycle, you will see how this level are historically respected, and it doesn't mean that will happen again, but in price discovery is more or less the only tools we have, and you will see that we top exactly at the 3.618, that we had this 1618 as a level that was respected, broken, retested, and move up. And if you go in low time frame, you will see something very similar here at the 2.618. You see was broken, retested, and move high again. Why this level are also good in this case? Because in the case of the 1.618 was the 100K level, so it's also a round number, a psychological important level. And the next one, the 2.618, is at around 150K. So again, there is a confluence with a round and important number that is 150. Never use this level too precisely, so consider an area of interest, stay a little bit wider. Uh, so that is where we assume price is going, how is going. As I say, oh, little consolidation, moving, like we had here, or perhaps we will have some other long consolidation and then moving higher. But for the moment, just do not overcomplicate things. Just we have an uptrend and we will continue to uptrend. The high time frame uptrend is super clear. Now we are moving to the next leg up and potentially we look for something like this. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted to dig a little bit deeper on Ethereum because probably now is a little bit more interesting chart. So I wanted to map some level together with you. This is the weekly chart. And we can see that Ethereum is moving pretty strongly with these 4 weekly candles that are moving super interestingly. But let's say time to map some level and see, because Ethereum is not in price discovery. Could go in price discovery, but consider that is sort of range bound since 2021. And this cycle, it was unable to break the all-time high level at around 5K that was printed back in 2021. So if we see in the weekly, we can see that clearly we do have a support that was deviated here, then reclaim, lost again, and here was broken, retested, and now we are moving to the next resistance level. So the very big and important resistance now for ETH is at 4K on high time frame. So that is really the level to pay attention. For many different reasons, because it's resistance, it was already tested several times, as you can see, so potentially we can assume it will break, but as long as it's a resistance, we treat it as such. On the daily, we can further map some level. This is the further range we have here. You see Ethereum really like to respect horizontal level. So there was a sort of resistance here that was flipped as support. Now price is moving higher, and we can see that here we do have these equal low, equalize up here just to add some further level to have a nice mapping of all the interesting level. And to see where we can develop some trade plan on high time frame, just to double check with the Fibonacci where would be the bearish trouble here if it's confront with something. So as you can see, we are already breaking the 0.75 level, so the move look very strong, very bullishly. So as if we trade above the 0.75 here, do not try to short this incredible strength, but potentially wait for higher price. So in case we keep pushing like we did now, for me the only look or place to look for low time frame, scalp short. Again, the bias on high time frame remain extremely bullish, but if we get a rejection here, you can try some scalp short for a small correction. But for the moment, we remain interested in mainly long and swing long. So on the 4 hour, you can see that Ethereum is basically moving on that fashion that I mentioned before, little consolidation. We took a short here, but I didn't manage to go long. My idea in this move was to short this, long this, and move again up as I was pointing next. I managed to catch the short, but I didn't catch the long because I was a bit greedy. I wanted to see a deviation here below that never arrived. So if you want to try to trade this next move up to the 4K level, the only suggestion I have is the same I gave you for Bitcoin, is just to look for this little consolidation. This is not really a consolidation in my eye, but if price accidentally, again, not a prediction, but if it happen, if we start to move again inside here, you know what to do. Try to long as close as possible to support to the next move up. The level we are leaving behind, like this one, this sort of little consolidation demand, otherwise could also be a good moment, so a good level of entry. So to explain the two possible strategy is whenever we do a consolidation, sorry, try to long as close as possible to support for the next leg up, or if this goes very strong and we get a quick liquidation event into this level, this is where you try to long again. So probably we can find some historical price action that gave us something similar. For the move up, do you know what I mean? For the ranges, for the quick liquidation is more or less what we had here. So there was this consolidation here, we get a liquidation event, and then spike up with a V-shape recovery. So as you can see, the two style um, that I'm referring to is more or less this one, where there is a sideways consolidation and you try to long as close as possible to support. Otherwise, there is a demand, some order block form, some time frame, price move higher, we get a dip, in this case a little bit deeper, and then a V-shape recovery. Is more or less also what we saw here. Long consolidation, move up, retest, and moving higher. So these are the two only possible suggestion I can give you. I'm not gonna make a prediction on this strong move. You need to adapt. Unfortunately, you can't leave. I mean, you can leave some stinky bid here or some stinky bid here, but you really need to be present because price action is evolving pretty quickly. So you can't really sleep and wait entries to be filled or trade to be working. If you are long since lower price, just enjoy the ride. Don't take profit too early because, as I say, this is a clear target, and if it's broken, the target is potentially price discovery. But if you want to chase this, you have to trade very, very actively, as you have seen what I was doing for Farcoin or other coin. Go to the 30-minute, 15-minute time frame and try to chase some entry with the style I gave you. An important part of context on Ethereum is the concept of action and reaction. So this level 4K is an important level of resistance, but just consider that should this level be broken, then the action and reaction here would be pretty strong in my view, because we are consolidating in this range since 4 or 5 years, 2021, 2020. So this consolidation, if broken, so if this breaks and go above, we have to expect a very strong rally to the upside. But for the moment, we treat resistance as it is. The last part I want to show you about Ethereum to help you a little bit navigate is the volume profile, the visible range volume profile of all this area. You see that this bottom was the most traded area in terms of volume. If we further zoom in a little bit, what you want to see, if this is not a failed action, is some exception below above this last volume level. So this is something pretty important that you want to see. Whenever you see this level being broken, the retest you get of this level should work and price should go above. More or less what happened here. When we went down, we lost it, then we started to move above, and from here we went. So this volume node that we see, I will post whenever I post them, are important levels to confirm that the action, the bullish price action that we have is successful. So they should be reached, they should be broken, and then price should stay above, as I was showing for a Bitcoin chart on the 1 hour a few days in the last week. Whatever you are able to catch or any of these strategy that I've shared, that I've explained, make sure to do it with me on ZoomX. You will find the referral link down in the description below. ZoomX is a super cool exchange, is non-KYC, so you do not need to share any personal information. You just need an email address, and with my referral link, you are ready to trade with a 20% discounting fees. We run very often campaign with the team, so you will enjoy also a lot of benefit like giveaways, trading bonus, and trading competition. So now that the market is very hot, make sure to join ZoomX with me. So to close, locally, the only things I can see now is this little demand, little order block. I can see two potential scenario, but again, not here to make a prediction or a trade setup. But whatever is, we deviate and start to consolidate again here. You try to long as close as possible to support with an invalidation below some low here and you stay a little bit safe, and again targeting that level that we say above as long as we keep uptrending. Or if the move goes up a little bit further quickly, we look for a quick dump, a liquidation event of the late longs. We try to long as close as possible to this level. Again, with the same concept, generous stop loss below the order block, the demand, and aiming at the equalize. We saw that whenever we will reach this equalize, then we might see if we get scalp short opportunity, because resistance is a resistance as such. But if you're holding position from lower level, my suggestion is to take some profit here, but to leave something to run in case we finally break out from this 4 or 5 years long consolidation. Should that happen, do not be greedy, relax, action reaction. If we break above this level, expect some serious uptrend to develop, because a long consolidation such as this should have as a consequence a prolonged uptrend, because market maker had all the time to accumulate here. So if it's a really an accumulation phase, the following expansion should be pretty long. I'll keep the video short until here. As always, if you have any question, make sure to comment on the section below here or in X. And before leaving, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like to the video if you enjoy it, and trade with me in ZoomX. I think is everything for today. Make sure to stay safe out there in the market. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.